We started our program with a dedication to the Lord Krishna, Radha Krishna temple. And that the way it has been presented, I think our program will be very much successful.
For the first time in 4 years, the organizers of Semana De Cultura Indo-Portuguesa decided to take Goan culture to Lisbon. On 10th October, the evening before the start of Semana, the committee was invited by the Hindu community to take part in Radha Krishna temple prayers, followed by dinner.
Para nós foi um grande prazer, uma grande honra termos participado nesse grande evento que é feito pela primeira vez Goa em Portugal, a nossa cultura, a nossa criatividade.
Antes de começarmos a parte musical, eu gostaria de pedir ao engenheiro Aldo Timló para oferecer a tradicional lamparina ao presidente da comunidade hindu, Dr. Anil Gokal.
Sadguru Samritha Omkara Swarupa Sadguru Samritha Anathancha Natha Tuja Namo Tuja Namo.
The first day, 11th October, in the evening, a photo exhibition was inaugurated in the Champalimau Foundation premises. Goan Charles Correia was the sole architect of this splendid building. The photos displayed were taken by three well-known Goans, Pantaleão Fernandes, Asavri Kulkarni, and Sanjeev Sardesai. The chief guest for the first cultural event was the ambassador of India in Portugal, Brij Tyagi.
Culture in India and Goa, it's a synthesis of many cultures. The culture in Goa itself is influenced by the culture of the rest of the country as well as the Portuguese culture, and you will see during these celebrations that how the synthesis has taken place. And this is something India and Portugal shares in common, that the both countries, the societies are receptive to other cultural influences. They absorb whatever is good, they see good in other cultures.
Falando como portuguesa que sou e fazendo parte da Comissão Executiva da Semana de Cultura Indo-Portuguesa, para mim foi uma honra fazer parte dessa comissão e podemos mostrar a todos os portugueses esta exposição de fotografias com estas imagens magníficas de como é a vida em Goa. E aconselho vivamente a ir. Eu vou-me candidatar a ir a Goa brevemente.
The top of a fruit, you see, like brinjal, it has a peduncle on top. That is a modification. This is the fruit.
And the fini is made from here?
From the juice of this. It's a very strong, powerful drink.
Early in the morning, the preliminary business meeting was held at the headquarters of the Association of Portuguese Industries between Goan industrialists and their counterparts. The chairman of the committee, engineer Anil Cantor, introduced the aims of Semana de Cultura, followed by several presentations by the Portuguese entrepreneurs.
While our focus was strengthening the cultural ties between the two countries, Portugal and India, we felt through this cultural bondage to explore and establish and strengthen the economic ties between the two countries, Portugal and India.
As we all know, relations between India and Portugal are in excellent shape and they are trouble-free. There is a commonality of interest between the two countries at bilateral level, as well as in global issues of interest to both countries. There is a political will on both sides to strengthen these relations. On the economic front, however, the level of interaction and exchange has not met the expectations which are commensurate with the level of our overall relations.
On the second day, the business interactions continue, but this time in the headquarters of the Lisbon Association of Commerce.
Namaste. Welcome. It is a very big pleasure for our Chamber of Commerce to host this session. As you all know, it's dedicated to the business and investment opportunities in Portugal. This is part of your activities of the Semana de Cultura Indo-Portuguesa, and I obviously would like to start by welcoming all those that came from Goa, and also all the Portuguese participants, and particularly those that will be speaking for you today. I would like to congratulate Mr. João Sabito Costa, you all know, for this initiative of bringing to Portugal such an important delegation, and also Mr. Anil Couto and all the members of the Executive Committee of the Semana de Cultura Indo-Portuguesa for the organization of this so important initiative that for sure will strengthen the links between our two countries.
We feel that this initiative can improve our effectiveness of being able to have some concrete actions, some concrete projects and concrete business between our two economies and our two countries and regions. Thank you very much.
We usually take this as a starting point. Usually when we talk about investment opportunities or business, we don't think about the quality of life of the cities where we establish our business, our investment, or we start a business. But in fact it's very important because Lisbon has a particularly good quality of life. I give this example. I talk with a lot of people that are working here in Lisbon, young people, and when I ask them, why do you choose Lisbon? Why do you like being here? And usually they say, listen, there are no other city in Europe where I can meet with my clients at noon, and I can go surfing at lunchtime, and at 3 o'clock I'll be here at downtown to have another meeting. And this is very important. We must stretch out our quality of life, and Lisbon has an amazing quality of life.
I would say that we have a major plan in terms of globalization for Sporting Portugal. Sporting is definitely in Europe one of the biggest clubs in terms of titles in all the Olympic sports. I would say football, handball, basketball, hockey, judo, athleticism, and so on and so on and so on. I ask for sorry if I'm definitely forgetting some of the major sports that we have in our club. But Sporting is also a very strong brand in terms of sports, not only because of the history, not only because of more than 100 years of history and titles and medals and cups and champions that we have raised, but also because that in terms of football, in the last decade we were the only club in the world that has formed two FIFA best players in the world, Figo and Cristiano Ronaldo. We hope to give the world and to give to Portugal, to our national team, much more players like this. We know it's hard. A small country like Portugal producing such great players as these it's not easy.
Post-lunch, the president of the Lisbon municipality, António Costa, a Portuguese with Goan roots, welcomed the delegation in the Lisbon municipality headquarters. Manuela Judis, António Costa, and the vice chairman of Semana de Cultura, Advocate José Armando Coelho Pereira, spoke during this occasion.
Being aware of the needs of Lisbon's present situation and believing in the capabilities and vitality of India's entrepreneurship, we suggest Mr. Sabino Costa that the roadshow meet also the economical and enterprise aspects. Here we are.
Neste ano, decidimos organizar espetáculos em Portugal para que os goeses exibissem a sua cultura e para isso cá estamos nesta semana. Neste ano, este esforço não seria possível se não fosse o ímpeto do Hotel Cidade de Goa e Sociedade de Fomento, o Consulado de Portugal em Goa, a Casa de Goa, o Governo de Goa, a Embaixada da Índia em Lisboa, bem como a vossa ajuda, Sr. Presidente.
Over the years, there have been countless meetings between this municipality and the state of Goa, but most official moment was probably in 1989 when the Friendship and Cooperation Agreement between Lisbon and Beijing was signed. This agreement, also signed with the best intentions, has had little practical impact. During my mandate, I had the pleasure in 2010 to receive Mr. Aleix Pereira, Minister of Energy of the state of Goa, and Mrs. Carolina Paul, Mayor of Beijing at the time. Their visit opened the door to a larger cooperation in specific areas. Following this meeting, a delegation from the municipality of Lisbon, composed by Mrs. Manuela Judis and Mr. Angelo Mesquita and Professor Delgado Domingos, went to Goa. They managed to identify during their visit that the most advantageous areas of cooperation are environment and culture.
Later at Cinemateca, Maria João Seixas, director of this prestigious film institution, welcomed the Goan filmmaker Rajendra Talak, the actress Prashanti Talpankar, and the 3 Portuguese film producers and directors who came together in a bid to offer cooperation and interact with each other in future ventures.
Conversa entre portugueses e pessoas que vieram e profissionais que vieram de Goa sobre as difíceis, pelo menos em Portugal, condições de produção e realização de filmes, talvez.
This interaction was followed by Lakshmikant Shetkankar's movie Poltaraso Muniz.
Goodbye. Have a nice screening here. Bye bye.
Eu não vou abrir para não nos fazer perder mais tempo. Obrigada. Obrigada.
Deu, porém, corum.
É comprido. Deu, porém, corum. Deu, porém, corum.
Can you tell us about what's the environment